Okay, so we've worked with linear inequalities in the past. So first I want to talk about linear inequalities. Linear inequalities. So we'll just do a little review here. So maybe we had something like y is greater than x plus 2. And we had y is less than or equal to negative x minus 3. Okay, and when I said linear inequalities, I mean a system of linear inequalities. You could just have one inequality, that's true, but they don't give us very many examples, so we're going to go ahead and do a system. Okay, so on the first one, remember we graphed it as a line. So we said, what is y equal x plus 2? How do we graph that? And so we said the intercept, the y-intercept is 2, the slope is 1. And we said, oh, it's a dotted line, or dashed. And we drew it something like that. But then we had to know how to shade it. So we had to pick a point not on the line. A lot of times we picked 0, 0. And we plug it into this equation. Well, you get 0 is greater than 0 plus 2. 0 is greater than 2. No, 0 is not greater than 2. So it would be this side of the line over here, not where 0, 0 is. 0, 0 is right there. Okay, then we graphed the other line. Y equals negative x minus 3. So we said the intercept is at negative 3, the slope is negative 1. This time it's equal to, so it's going to be a solid line. Let's see if I can draw this going the other way. And then we had to decide which side of the line to shade. So we picked 0, 0 again, and we plug it into the inequality. 0 is less than or equal to negative 0 minus 3. 0 is less than or equal to negative 3. No. So that one doesn't work. It's going to be this side over here. And then where is the part that's shaded? Let me extend my dotted line a little more. So what has both the orange and the green? It was this little section in here. Okay. So that's just a review of what we've done in the past. Now let's say we have a nonlinear inequality. Let's say we have y is greater than x squared. We are going to treat it like an equation, y equals x squared. Now that's a parabola, and it's our basic parabola. We're pretty familiar with that, I think. We would have to say it's dotted because it's not equal to, right? So it's just greater than. So it's going to be a dotted line like that. Then you have to pick a point not on the line. Now this time, not on the parabola, I guess. This time I can't pick 0, 0, so I'll pick another point. Let's pick this point here, 3, 0. Now why did I pick that? I just have to pick a point that's not on the parabola. And with my drawing, I want it to be a little far away because maybe I don't, draw it accurate enough. Okay, so if I put in a 3 for x and a 0 for y, I get 0 is greater than 3 squared. 0 is greater than 9? No. Okay, so not this point. So you have two choices here to shade. You're either inside the parabola or you're outside of the parabola. So we're not outside the parabola. Outside the parabola would be all this stuff out here. Okay, that's not what we want because it didn't work. We tried the 3 and it didn't work. So that means we need inside the parabola. So we would shade everything in here. Okay, that would be just if you had y is greater than x squared. That's how you would graph it. But what if you had another equation? So you had a system. So you had y is greater than x squared, but then you also had y equals x plus 2. So it can be a line. It doesn't have to be nonlinear. You can have a parabola. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean equals. I got to make it an inequality though. I mean, you could have it be an equation, but for what I'm doing, I want it to be, an inequality. So let's say y is less than or equal to x plus 2. So what we do is we graph the equation, y equals x plus 2, Here's the intercept, and then the slope is 1 over 1. It's going to be a solid line this time because it's got the equal to part. So we would graph it coming through like this. And you might say, oh, we did a parabola in a line and there's points of intersection. True, but these are inequalities. So the points of intersection are important, but we have to graph these and we have to show the area that satisfies the system. Okay, so I'm going to pick a point not on the line. This time I can pick 0, 0. That's not on the line. And so I get 0 is less than or equal to 0 plus 2. 0 is less than or equal to 2. That's true. And so I'm looking at the green line. I'm looking at 0, 0. And I'm saying all of that is true then below this line. Okay, now with all your imagination, look for where the orange part is shaded and the green part is shaded. And it's probably a little hard for me to draw this in, but it's like this little section. Maybe it looks a little like a triangle teardrop type thing. But something like that. I'm trying not to get too close to the edge because it was a dotted line. But that's how you would graph a system then that had a parabola and a line. So we have an example in the next video.